patent specification is the document that encompasses the invention. The patent specification is the written document in which the invention is described. Under the various forms that have to be filed for getting a patent, Form 1 is the form that is used for filing the patent application itself, where you have details about inventors, about the applicant, about the filing requirements, the capacity in which the applicant is filing, about the type of application, the mode in which the application is filed, and the fees that is to be paid, so on and so forth. The Form 1 will have all the administrative details about the invention. Form 2 is a separate form which will contain the patent specification. The specification will encompass the details of the invention. Form 2 will have the substantive details about what the invention is. So, Form 2, the structure of Form 2 is different. So, when we say a patent specification, we are talking about the document that is encompassed in Form 2 of the patent rules. Patent specifications are broadly of two types. Section 9 talks about two types of patent specification, provisional and complete, and you use the same form for provisional and for complete. So, when you look at Form 2, Form 2 is titled provisional / complete specification. Now, the only difference between Form 2 which is filed for provisional and complete is that when it is filed for a complete, you have claims in it. The claim column is filled in the case of a complete specification, and if you see the entry number 5 in Form 2, you will find that claims not applicable for provisional specification. So, the claims are that part of Form 2 which distinguishes a provisional from a complete. In a provisional, there is no need to file a claim, whereas in a complete, for us to regard something as a complete, there has to be the claim, and the claim is the concluding part of the specification. Form 2 describes the form that has to be used for filing both a provisional and a complete specification. Now, in clause 3 of Form 2 describes the form that has to be used for filing a provisional or a complete specification. In clause 3, you find the distinction between the provisional and the complete. Clause 3 mentions the preamble to the description. In the case of a provisional, the preamble, that is the starting part of the document, will read as following: the following specification describes the invention. Whereas in a complete, it will start with the preamble: the following specification particularly describes the invention and the manner in which it is to be performed. Now, this is a very subtle difference, but this is what the form mandates. So, from the beginning statement, from the preamble, you should be able to say whether it is a complete or a provisional. Then you have a description, and the description will be of the invention. Then claims in clause 5. Now, if you see here, it is mentioned not applicable for provisional specification. Claim should start with the preamble I/V claim on a separate page. So, the claims have to be on a separate page, and Form 2 expressly mentions that claims need not be applicable for a provisional specification. So, we understand a provisional as a description of an invention, because the descriptive part in clause 4 is still necessary, a description of an invention without the claims, whereas a complete should necessarily have the claims.